Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are tuning in. Thank you so much for joining me for this very brief introduction to an autumn online retreat that I'll be offering. This is entitled Self-Compassion, Forgiveness, and the Inner Critic. This will be an 8-week online meditation program. We launch on Tuesday, October 11th, and it runs until December 2nd, 2022. So I'm just going to speak through the slides that I've prepared for this very brief information session. So this wonderful online retreat, I'm very excited about it actually, self-compassion, forgiveness, and the inner critic. What three really important topics to talk about. We meet twice a week, and there's 2 sections to cater to different time zones. Section 1 meets Tuesdays and Saturdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's East Coast time. And if you're in Asia, that'll be Wednesdays and Sundays. Here in Thailand, that's 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Wednesdays and Sundays. Section 2 is really designed to cater to Europe and people who like a later start here in Asia. So section 2 is Wednesdays and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 12 noon in Europe. I put France in parentheses there on the slide, but anywhere who shares that same time zone with France. If you're in Thailand, that'll be 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Wednesdays and Sundays. So do check your time zones and calculate accordingly. There will be a time change for most of the world, not all of the world. Here in Thailand, the clocks never change year-round. But in many places in the world, over the course of this 8-week program, times will change. So do calculate accordingly. Take that into account when you're signing up for the program. Now, all of that being said, if you have to miss sessions or even half of a session or a portion of a session, no problem. It's all being recorded, and the recordings are made available only to the retreat participants. And I like to emphasize that as a way of highlighting the importance of the confidentiality agreements that we will enter into together as a part of this program. So I do have many people signing up for the retreats who like to do the whole retreat on their own. They don't attend any of the live sessions, and you're welcome to do that. Or you could attend half of the live sessions or all of the live sessions. It's really according to where your comfort level is and how much time you have available for the program. So I just want to unpack all 3 of these just very briefly here. I'm not going to give a full teaching here today. So the first 5 sessions, if you will, there are 16 sessions throughout the course, 8 weeks, twice a week. The first 5 sessions will be dedicated to self-compassion. And I'll be looking at self-compassion through the lens of really Western psychology and practices that have been given to us by Dr. Kirsten Neff and Dr. Chris Germer. So in their offering around self-compassion, they kind of break it down into 3 pillars, if you will. Pillar of mindfulness, common humanity, meaning taking into account that all human beings encounter some form of struggle in their life, and kindness, offering kindness to ourselves around the struggle that we're experiencing. Now that's just one of the lenses we'll be looking at. We're also going to explore self-compassion through Tonglen meditation, which is from the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, and other meditation practices as well. Both Theravada Buddhism, Mahayana Buddhism. Also, I'll be drawing from neuroplasticity, and as I mentioned, Kristen Neff and Chris Germer's offerings around self-compassion as well. Essentially, becoming our own best friend in the first 5 weeks of the program. In the second 5 weeks, I intend to guide us into a chapter on forgiveness. And so, like self-compassion, I'll be exploring and we'll be exploring together forgiveness through several different lenses. But one of the lenses will be this very, very deep meditation practice that I've picked up along the way. And in this meditation, we offer forgiveness to those whom we feel transgressed against us in some way. Likewise, we'll ask forgiveness from people who we feel we may have hurt or harmed in the past. And we also practice giving and receiving forgiveness to and from ourselves. So practicing self-forgiveness. And again, I'll be drawing from many different traditions, East and West, modern and ancient, to create a full spectrum approach to this engagement of forgiveness. And we'll spend the last 5 weeks exploring the inner critic. And again, I'll be drawing from ancient traditional practices, mostly from the Buddhist tradition, but other traditions too. Also neuroplasticity. I'll also be drawing quite deeply in this chapter on the inner critic from nonviolent communication. So again, painting with a wide brush here so that we get a really deep and full understanding through this exploration into the inner critic. We'll inquire, where did this voice come from? How did it get here? What's it doing here? How can we work with this voice of the inner critic? And perhaps what we might be able to learn from it. What's the wisdom that's held within the voice of the inner critic? So, to sum up, the retreat that I'll be offering online this fall, Self-Compassion, Forgiveness, and the Inner Critic. It's an online meditation retreat. It's being offered in 2 separate sections. Section 1 meets Tuesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. East Coast time. Section 2, which is designed for people in Europe, people who like a later time, and in Asia, Australia, New Zealand. Section 2 is 10 a.m. to 12 noon France time, Western Europe. You can attend these sessions live or at your own pace or any combination thereof that you feel comfortable with. This program and every program that I offer, whether it's one-to-one sessions or any of the online retreats, everything that I offer within a trauma-sensitive voice. I've trained quite deeply in working with trauma, been certified through David Tree-Levin in advanced trauma-sensitive mindfulness. I've also studied quite deeply with Peter Levine and Gabor Mate, so I'm quite fluent in working with trauma. I also want to mention that I offer everything within a secular voice. That although the majority of my training has been in the Buddhist traditions, that I offer these teachings without any religious affiliation. So people from all religions, or no religion if that's comfortable for you, atheist, agnostic, any faith, any religion, any walk of life, everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. To register, please do go visit my website, www.suchsweetthunder.org. If you have any further questions, you could email me through the website or email me through my name, Chris Luard @yahoo.com. Or if we're connected on Facebook, you can message me there or through Instagram. So thank you once again for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all on the retreat. Enjoy your day, enjoy your week, and we'll see you there.